Well, good afternoon from London, as always. I have got so much to tell you and to talk about. Um, but I'm going to start in the usual place by asking you if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let's see. Oh, hang on, I've lost my chat. 1 second, please. Uh, that's not great, is it? I've lost chat. Where's chat gone? Give me 1 second, please. There it is. Okay, can you hear me? You can hear me. Now I see. I'm trying to do this. I've failed already with the t-shirt reveal. I had such a great time watching you talk about the t-shirt. I can hear lots of you saying I'm only in your left earphone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you something very quickly, and then I'm going to get some help. We've had a tech nightmare. This is like the early Halloween stream, and the tech today, Red Bull have been amazing and hosted me for reasons that are completely beyond their control or fault. We've had a nightmare, and the nightmare seems to be continuing with the audio. So let me just see if I can get some help. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So today I have the brilliant Chris who's here. Nico's not here, but we've had an absolute nightmare for all sorts of reasons. But the nightmare is slowly being resolved, mostly by this genius. Thank you, Chris.
Is that
so let us know. Let us know if that's good. Great, thank you, Chris. That's the first problem solved. But let me tell you, that's the problems that we didn't actually know existed. Good, we've cracked one problem. We've got two more problems to solve, two more tech problems. One we don't know what we're going to do because apparently we found out very close to going live that the PC that we're using has some pretty severe gremlins. Apparently it's been crashing and we didn't know this until very soon before the stream. So that's the first problem, which is out of our hands. That has real Halloween vibes. Nothing we can do about that. We just have to wait and see. We absolutely have a plan B. But what it means, and the reason I'm telling you this, is if the stream crashes at any point, that is why. And I will be back. And we estimate the time is we reckon about 5 minutes to turn it around. But we decided that we would go for it anyway because it has on occasion been fine. I very nearly threw my drink all over it before we went live, just to help matters. So I can't really blame the Halloween gremlins for that one. But yes, there's that. There's also the fact that slightly unexpectedly, we're using a different console. I won't bore you with the details, but basically the game was downloaded to the other console. So we're now the game is currently downloading, and we hope my gameplay with it. So all of that. But anyway, it doesn't matter because we think we've got about 10 or 15 minutes before we can get the game live. We'll find out. We'll see. But that's fine because 15 minutes for me to yap? I think so. I'll tell you something quite funny. So I'm in London's East End here, and I've spent the last 15 minutes running around local pubs asking if they've got any dice because I was like, cool, we've got 15 minutes. I'll just play Farkle. No one has any dice. It's very difficult to buy or borrow dice in East London, which feels a bit sacrilegious, right? You go, the amount of drinking dens in East London, historically and today, you know, there's a lot of fun to be had in this part of town, and you think, but no one has any dice. Someone says dice in this day and age. Yes, absolutely, on my stream. So there's that. But of course, the Genius mods came to the rescue. As they always do. So big shout out to the mods to start today. Thank you, gang. They have sent me a link to just a dice roller. Of course, I needed help with that because that's way too technologically advanced for this peasant from 1403 to work out. But I have that link. So we can play a bit of Farkle if we want. I've got old school pen and paper. So we can play a bit. But there's lots to talk about first anyway. Most specifically, Now, probably most of you are wondering why the hell I'm wearing a Disney t-shirt. And there is a reason. Because I went to Disneyland this weekend for the first time. And that's got nothing to do with KCD or KCD2. And that's something I just did at the weekend. But when I was there, I was absolutely staggered by the amount of people that came up and talked about KCD and how much they love the game and Henry and all lovely, lovely, lovely things. But that happens like now and again. It happens a lot in Prague. It happens a reasonable amount elsewhere. It happened so much in Disneyland. I was like, I did not think there was a crossover between these two worlds. Or if there was, I thought it was fairly limited. But it turns out that the sort of Disney fan base intersects pretty heavily with the KCD one. Is anyone else surprised by that? Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I just thought I didn't think that they would share a massive fan base, but based on at least on the evidence of one weekend, like so many people from the point where we got on the Eurostar to the point we got off the Eurostar, like so many people, and I loved it. Disneyland is intense. If you haven't been, it is very fun, and it sort of delivers on all the fronts that it promises to deliver on, but it's intense. There's a lot of queuing. There's a lot of heightened energy. There's a lot of stimulation, and it will surprise none of you to know that I found it very overstimulating. I definitely had to find some quiet corners. Yes, Ruth, I did go on Space Mountain, and I did enjoy it. I love adrenaline. I loved... I loved everything about it, but I have noticed I don't love it as much as I used to. And there's a ride called the Tower of Terror. I don't know if any of you know this. And it's basically like this pretend old hotel. Apparently they have one in the US versions. I didn't know any of this. But you basically go into, there's like a ghost story, and you go into this like dark lift shaft, basically. And it shoots you up and down. I used to love rides like this. I did not love that ride at all. At all. I enjoyed all the rides. I did not enjoy that ride. Partly because you have no sense of where you are. So I'm a bit of a control freak, and if I know where I am and what's going to happen, I'm fine. I can deal with anything. But because it's dark, you have no sense of where you are in the building. So there's a bit where the screen, you're watching a screen for a lot of it. It's kind of like this ghost story of this little girl. And it opens and you're at the top of the building, but you've completely lost sense of where you are, up or down. And it opens and you can see the whole park, and you're like, okay, I'm on like I guess probably the 12th story, maybe, I guess. You're very high up. And it was very scary. And I didn't like it. And I don't care who knows it. I have a pretty high fear threshold. And I've never, ever really been actually a bit worried on a ride. But I was a bit worried on that ride. Anyway, that is why I'm wearing Mickey Mouse today. Yes, I did the thing. I wore Disney ears. I wore a Disney t-shirt. You've just got to go all in, haven't you? I loved it, but I was very ready to come home. I'm getting slight PTSD by seeing this image on my chest on the monitor. I'm going to do a few shout-outs because you have all dived in really quickly, as you always do. So bear with me while I make sure that I'm going back to where we started today. Let me go. Oh, wow. Wow, thank you, everyone. My God, this is insane. We haven't been on that long, have we? Okay, thank you so much to Krazus and Ketchup Zombie and Stormblessed and Income Whiskers and Amelia and Teich. Thank you, Sharks Friend. Thank you, Peasant from Peasant Stan and Open World Explorers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shanshines. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sweet Charade. Thank you, Mary Mera and Blue Bup. Thank you, Dotty Karate, new name. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Bubonic. Thank you indeed, Kim Puri. Thank you, Denipula. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed, Irene the Owl. That's incredibly generous. Thank you. Fancy Deer and Kels Primster and Olive Martini and the Vanillita, Meloria666 and Black Wolf Cosplay. Richard Madden, thank you so much. And thank you, Killigan. Thank you very much. Ooh. Something happened. Alex Walter, thank you. And Scope for the Imagination. Thank you, Richie Crispy. That's super kind. Thank you, Alison the Moth. Striped Sentry, thank you. And Fletcher, hello. Thank you. Atlas is Fontaine, thank you very much. That's incredibly generous. Thank you, Fakval. I have something to show you in a minute. Thank you, Smith Smegma. Wait, it's done the thing. Thank you, Dusty Fedora and Amelia and Reveremancy and Simon of Fossa. Thank you so much, Kinney here. Super kind. It's done the thing. Thank you, Glamouring Gaming. Nice to see you. Thank you again, Fakval. Sorry, everyone. It's so annoying that it does this. It's so annoying. Thank you, Kinney here. So, Dalia Soma, thank you so much. I'm going to try and get back to the bottom. I'm going to miss some of these because it's been really annoying. I think I've done most. Kinney here and Aggie Anna, thank you so much. Revermancy, I think I got most of them, if not all of them. Thank you, everybody. Escape for the Imagination. I know I race through them, but it does that annoying thing. Thank you, Adalia Soma. Thank you so much, Aimless Archer, new name. Thank you very much indeed. Bernard in the Hat, thank you. Jesse Kita, thank you. And Sissy Kitson Fletcher and Wiccan Vale. Thank you, Shinny McLean. Thank you so much, Elementor. That is super kind. Thank you as well, Berkelator. That is also super kind. And thank you, Lena Beans. Did I get the others? Thank you so much, Humble Pie. I think I did. I think I said Shark's Friend. Thank you so much. If I didn't, forgive me. Okay. So there we are. We are at the beginning of the stream. We're all here. How's everyone doing? Someone says, what a supportive community. Yes. What a supportive community is right. I'm very blessed. Thank you again, Dusty Fedora. That's super kind. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And Alison the Moth, same to you. An amazing community. The game has an amazing community. Thank you, Christina. Riveting Greg is getting over a cold. I'm sorry. I hope this makes you feel better today. Fletcher left work early to watch the stream. Great choice. Thank you, Fletcher. Mick Tsuni says, thank you. Congratulations on the golden joystick. Thank you so much all for voting, because that is the one, as you know. Yeah, that is great news. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have gone so long without talking about that. The tech gremlins got the better of me. That was amazing news. I was very sort of... Shinny McLean has 3 minutes work to do. Okay, join us as soon as you can, Shinny. What amazing news. It's so funny because I'm sort of becoming literate in that landscape of... It's quite a separate community, the gaming community, to like the main body of work that I do. And so I've learned that is the one awards body which is voted for by all of you. So they're all kind of special and important, but that's an especially special one because you all get to choose. So thank you all. I know a lot of you have been saying that you've been voting for me, and I really appreciate that. Same for brilliant Jim, amazing Jim High, who plays Eric, who is not only a lovely man, but a fantastic actor. Not only a fantastic actor, but a lovely man. I've worked with him before, KCD, years back, and I was always like, wow, he's really good. Everyone's really good. We have an amazing supporting cast, as you all know, and I've talked a lot about them before, the kind of amazing band of brothers and sisters in Prague who are mostly expats, all like very good English speakers, which is why they kind of form this small, and it is a small community. But if you start watching TV shows that were shot in Prague, you will see all of them because they're so brilliant. They get used in all the international productions, and loads of them, if not most of them, I would say, are worked on KCD because there were so many characters, and they're brilliant. And Jim is very much at the heart of that community. Thank you so much, Ty Pixel. And thank you, Fluffy Snowballs. And thank you, Adam Like the Ant. And Mera and Joshi Domi, thank you. Yes, so big shout out to Jim as well. He is a brilliant actor and a brilliant man. I'm very, very happy for him. And also, the game itself, I think, was nominated for trailer, and the trailers are amazing. Shout out to VTech and the marketing team and Toby and the PR team who kind of put all that stuff together with the support of PlayOn. They're all incredibly talented. So... thank you for voting, all of you. We appreciate it. Who knows what will happen? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea whether we have stand any chance. But to be honest with you, the game itself and the support that you'll give us is genuinely a victory in itself. So that feels we've already won that one because you've already had our backs for so long and been so amazing. The nomination is an award in itself, so that feels amazing. So what will be will be. But I massively appreciate your support and you all voting. So thank you all very much for that. I love that I talked endlessly about Disney before I talked about that. Probably not that appropriate, but it's done. Thanks, Chester Lee. We did have a plan. Give me 1 second. There are other things like... Oh, it's done the annoying thing. I'll talk a bit about cons. I can't say as much about all the cons as I want to, but I'm going to say some, and then there'll be more to talk about over the next week or two. I'm also going to talk a little bit about my home setup. So this may be, I know I say this every time, but this actually may be the last one remotely, I might be able to start doing this properly from home. Obviously, I've done my home streams, and I was very proud of myself that that happened and that I didn't mess it all up. I mean, I did a bit, but mostly it went well. Thank you very much, I'm Vengeful. Super appreciated. And thank you again, Dusty Fedora. Yeah, I managed to do 2 streams on my own at home, and mostly it was fine. I think it was fine, right? I don't remember any crazy tech issues. I mean, certainly not like the ones I'm having today. Although, for now, we're fine. And even today, I created my own scenes. I hope those worked. I put the music on myself. I mean, I literally feel like a kid in primary school getting their spellings right. I did all of those things, and I'm here, and the game is 3 minutes away from downloading. Who knows if that's going to work? Let's hope. The plan is very much to do some gameplay today. But yeah, Fletcher says celebrate the small victories, as I always say, and that is what I'm doing. I am celebrating the small victories. So cons, we've got... I'm literally putting up my diary as I do this. Brussels, the Heroes Comic-Con, which is a brilliant one we did in Holland, and I'm going back a week on Saturday, so the 18th and 19th. I'm doing 2 days there. Some amazing actors there. Samantha Bayar from Baldur's Gate, who I've met before, and we did a con. She was in... sorry, they were in... where were we? It was Holland. Ghent. Was it Ghent? What city were we in? Utrecht. Sam was there. Super nice. Nolan North, game acting royalty, who I haven't met and I don't know at all, but I will feel like an absolute peasant in his company. And I will also feel like a peasant in the company of brilliant Neil Newbon, who is also going to be there. So there, I will be with the royals, I will be with the gaming monarchy, and this peasant will be turning up to join them. Neil I met at the BAFTAs, and he was super lovely to me, given that he is sort of the godfather of all this, and he was so welcoming. You know, I was very much the new kid. I am very much the new kid on the block. It's like, this is my only game. Most of my work is in TV. This is not my sort of natural habitat, except they are, because they're basically all the same. Acting in both is like, you know, it's the same thing. So I don't quite understand why they're so disparate, but they are. So Neil and Sam and Nolan will be there, along with loads of other amazing people. I think we're doing a panel, the 4 of us, on the Saturday, as far as I understand. So that's going to be great. Thank you, Medicinal Biscuits. That's super kind. Thanks, Killigan. So that is on the 18th and 19th. That's like less than 2 weeks away. So I'll be back on the old Eurostar, having not been on it for a long time. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And then on the 2nd of November, no, the 1st of November, forgive me, we are going to be in Brno, and Luke will be with me for that one as well. And also Logan, I think, is there. I think I'm right in saying. I think all 3 of us are there. I think. I hope I'm right in saying that. So that'll be our first one with Logan, which will be lovely. And also, you know, same everything I said about Jim applies to Logan and all the actors, Michael and all the people that you know. Excellent man, brilliant actor, who I haven't seen for ages, so I'll see him there. That'll be lovely. And yeah, we'll be in Brno, which is a city I haven't been to. It's I think I'm right in saying Czechia's second city, but it's not one that I've been to. It's about 3 hours, I think, away from Prague, so that'll be lovely. And then we'll talk about the others next time. We'll keep a little bit back. So, right, as I said that, it doesn't mean we're going to dive straight in, but the gameplay is telling me that it is loaded up. What I might I've got 2 options. I might call in Chris for some help, but I can actually make it go where you can see it. Should we do that? Should we just let you all coach me in, and or should we play that quick game of Farkle? I did promise a bit of Farkle. I mean, it seems ready. Let's do this. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on gameplay and let you see, and then I'm going to and then if there's like tech nightmares in me accessing my own playthrough, then I can bring Chris in and we can play Farkle while he fixes it. But if not, God, there's so much to look at on these bloody screens. Let's go to this. Ooh, there you go. Let's turn that down a bit. Did I turn the gameplay down? Did that work? Thank you so much, Irene the Owl. That is incredibly kind. Thank you very much indeed, Hank Pay as well. Irene the Owl, that is super kind. Thank you very much, Alisa Zucht. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sleepy Pizzle. Super kind. Okay, so what happened? I turned my own voice down. That's not what we wanted. Here we go. Okay, so let's do audio tutorial. So can you hear me? Okay. Are we happy with that level for me? We're happy with that level for me. So that's that question. And can you hear I can hear the music really quite loud, which I'll probably need some help in adjusting. No music. You can't hear the music. So I'm going to have to get Chris in anyway. But you can see the game, right? You can't hear the game. I'm going to get that fixed. But let's just make sure that we can. Don't worry about the fact that you can't hear it. I'm going to deal with that in a minute. Ooh. Okay, the 18th was the last day we did this. It's been a long time because I've been messing about with my Farkle. Yeah, that's right. So 3 weeks ago today. 1 second, please, everyone. I'm just going to go into that play line and make sure we're where we think we are. Yeah, basically, are you sure you want to overwrite this playthrough? Absolutely not. Wait, help me out here, guys. What? Hang on. No. Okay. This is where I get scared, okay? You hit new game and not load game. Okay, so are you sure you want to overwrite this playthrough? No, I do not. I am not sure. Okay, back. I'm so glad you're here, because this is where it all went wrong before, because I didn't have all of you geniuses helping me. I did have a lot of people helping me, and they were very good, but there was a lot of confusion. Okay, so load game. No, see, this is the problem. Why is it not? Why won't it let me access these? Because that's what I want to get into, right? So help me out here, gang. Yeah, at the dates, but it won't let me go into that. It's still downloading. Okay. Oh, the game is still downloading. Fine. Okay. So at least we know. So I'm so glad you're here. Game's downloading. But does that mean, is it the saves that are downloading? Come on, chat. Okay. So we are going to do what we said we were going to do, which is I'm going to get Chris in here to make sure the save's downloading. Fine. So we're still going to get our Farkle, don't worry, but it's good that we did this. Oh yeah, someone's just pointed out that the stream itself is still saying it's on just chatting. Maybe the mods can help me with that. Also, look at this guy. Maybe we'll just take a minute to unravel this mess. This is like a metaphor for for my tech challenges. It's just told me that the thing is disconnected. I hope this is enjoyable content, me unraveling a wire. There we go. That's back in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get Chris to come in and make sure that first time chat at Anatrope, you say, Anatrope, first time here and you're going to have a heart attack. I'm sorry. There won't be any more of those shenanigans. Don't worry. So give me 1 second while I just do something here. Thank you, Bernard in a hat. I'm going to get Chris in. We're going to sort out the audio. We're going to make sure that we're pretty sure, aren't we, that like those. Oh man, now I've unplugged it and it's not working. Also, all I can hear is the game really loud. So for some reason, so now that. This is the Halloween stream, gang. I'm going to go back to me. There we go, because now I can't hear that crazy game noise in my ear. I'm going to go and get Chris. 1 moment, please. I'll be right back. So Chris to the rescue. The challenges we have are that isn't working, although that may indeed be my fault because I just unplugged it and then plugged it back in. It said something about wireless.
Yeah, it was just the controller disconnected.
Okay, thank you. So Chris, we have 3 problems to fix. Chris he's been in the room about 4 seconds and he's fixed the first one. Not new game. We need a load game. We've decided.
Yeah,
thank you.
Game.
But this is so we think the playthrough is it says the game is downloading.
Game is still downloading.
But it said the game had downloaded, i.e. the game itself, but the playthrough hasn't, for reasons that we don't fully understand.
Is this the most recent save then?
Yes, it is. Sorry about this, everyone. What we're gonna work this out, and then I'm gonna play Farkle. But we also have an issue with the gameplay audio because they can't. I'm just going to do that. They can't hear the game. But maybe we'll worry about that in a minute.
Okay.
So I have done that. I'm just really concerned. So that's what I need. that's the playthrough that I need. That I've already done.
Let's just try it again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to restart the game.
Okay.
And see if that helps.
Thank the Lord for tech support for this. Thank you. So what I will do, I promised everyone Farkle. Are you all right doing that? Oh, hang on.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, we think we might have done what we need to do.
I'm just going to close this.
I'm going to give you a quick game of Farkle up to 1,000. What are the stakes? Tell me what you want to play for, gang. It's just going to be a quick one. We might do a proper game afterwards, but this is just to like keep me amused, and also to deliver on my promise. Give us Sam or Mickey Mouse. Let's play for Mickey Mouse. A stream with a Mickey Mouse voice. You will absolutely regret that. All right, Polo Pandy's saying 1,500. Fine. Let's do that. 1,500. Thank you, Buck Duck Cosplay and Katarina von Bingen. Thank you, Fletcher. We'll make it 1,500. You're right, Polo Pandy. That's a sort of more reasonable. I'm not going to do the Mickey Mouse voice. I can't do the Mickey Mouse voice. But we are going to play. And what we're going to do is this. That's your dice. I'll put them above the screen so you can see them. It's a bit. I realise the focus is a bit out, but that's what we've got. So we're playing for Mickey Mouse up to 1,500. Chat's going first. And that's what you've got, chat. What are you going to do with that?
Okay, so it's still downloading the actual game.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
I don't know why.
Because it did say it had downloaded the game.
I guess there's like a feature where
Is it like updates?
You can play from an earlier point in the game.
I see.
Whilst it's downloading.
Well, chat will know because they're all geniuses. Sorry, chat. I see you saying one and roll. That is going to be your move. But you will know. So maybe you can help Chris and I, because Chris is a tech genius but doesn't know the game as well as any of you. I don't know anything. And you all know the game and tech pretty well. So Tides of Chaos is saying it probably downloaded the first part of the game. We think that's right. Oh yeah, you all heard Chris. Okay. It downloads in 2 parts. Okay, so it's currently about 2/3 of the way through, and we started. So I reckon that's got about another. What would you say?
Like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I mean, what could we do for 15 minutes? Play some Farkle.
So just keep an eye on that.
All right.
And then when it's done, you can just exit that and start the game up.
Amazing.
And it should.
Well, what I will do.
It should literally just have continue.
You'll still be here, right, Dad?
I will still be here.
Okay. Right. So, and they'll still be here. All right, I'll try, and if I fail. Oh, the other thing was, maybe you can help me while you're here. Yeah. Chat couldn't hear the gameplay when we got to the gameplay. Okay. Can you help us with that? I'm sure.
Yeah, just
so that's the gameplay screen.
Can they hear?
Can you hear
any of the PS5 sounds?
Can you hear those bloop bloops? They're saying, can you boost Tom's audio as well? I can do that.
Okay, let me just
They
have a
can't hear
look
that. Okay.
on the,
So
desktop audio PS5. It was working earlier, wasn't it?
I don't think we got to the.
That's working.
I don't think we did any gameplay. So it says probably the output capture isn't being picked up. Someone says.
Yeah, it looks like the audio needs to be. Okay, one sec. Just need to.
Thank you for your patience, gang. Sorry about this.
Sec link 3. Ooh. Audio capture.
We think we are getting there.
Boom.
Well done, Chris. Thank you.
Should-
So how about now? Can you hear the bloop bloops? Let's hear it's 10 out of 10 for your beard, says Lindorf.
Oh,
Says
thank
support
you.
for the beard. Yes. Excellent, excellent. You hear the bloop bloops. Let's get a bloop bloop sing along going. Bloop bloop. Let's not. Let's not do Mickey Mouse. And Chris wants it. Bloop bloop bloop.
Very loud. Okay, there we go.
Very loud. Thank you, gang. Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, bleep bleep sorted. Farkle ready. Game not downloaded, but we'll cross that bridge. DJ Tom says Akito. Okie dokie. Thank you very much, Chris.
No worries.
You'll either see me in 15 minutes or not ever again. Thank you very much. Okay, a couple of quick shout outs. Thank you, Hangover. One thing I am going to do when I'm doing shout outs. So you can hear me. Have I played since the DLC update? Good question, Hangover. I don't think I have. Could that be the problem? Is that the problem? You can hear me, you can see me. Thanks, HankPay. Give me 1 second while I just do a little jiggery pokery down here. So that, okay. Hang on 1 sec. Okay. I'm going to do one thing because I was doing some shout outs, and I want to shout out the people, the YouTube subscribers, which I didn't do last time. Forgive me. So Polar Pandy says the DLC is downloading. That's probably what it is. Okay. I mean, it's fine. I think it's moving pretty quickly. I think it's got 15, 20 minutes in it. So we're going to play some Farkle. We're going to talk about some things. But first, we're going to do a shout out to all of you lovely people. And there will be some extra bits and pieces coming here. It hasn't quite done it properly. 1 sec. We have Glue and Royal Blue Heart and Spikely and Atlas's Fontaine, Bibby Potato, Cynthia, LPG, Joey, Sleepless Wolf Lady, Reza N, Marta Formankova, Alison Hay, Natbat, Polar Pandy, Simon of Fossa, Aku Akani. I know loads of you are here. I absolutely love this. Your Space Cat, Dialexis, The Lady Sarah, Glambering Gaming, Mary 1599, Mera 1791. The name in, I think, Korean that I can't pronounce. Forgive me for never knowing that. Thank you, Coral and Kinney and Grizzly Bear, Michael Fleming, Vengeful, Berenia 19, Hankpay, Joyshi Domi, Lisa Waite, Dazrills, Jessica Faith, Lewis C. Ooh, hello, 1 second. Esther, Jelly Belly, Bradar, and Morny Birdie. I'm pretty sure most of you are here. I know and love all of those names. So thank you for jumping on there, and I hope you're enjoying it, extra bits and pieces over on YouTube. I need to like let it be known more widely that YouTube is there. I haven't really. I know I got to 20,000 subs, and I meant to do a shout out, and I just didn't because there were so many plates spinning. So forgive me for that. Luke Dale's Left Toe is asking, if I could choose between being a wheel of cheese or a roll of sausage, what would you be? I think a wheel of cheese. I feel that's a reference to something. I don't get it, but I love it, and I'm going to be a wheel of cheese. Okay, so yes, first time chatter skips Aaron says Chris is on it, and we're going to be getting into the gameplay soon. Well spotted, Polar Pandy. That is why, because actually in my Farkle diversion, obviously the DLC launched, but in my head I was like, well, I know I can't play the DLC anyway yet because I haven't got to Kuttenberg. But Of course it wasn't downloaded. For those of you that are catching up, we didn't have the game downloaded when we got here for various technical reasons. However, we will now get back to the Farkle. Let me just, give me a second. Will I just do this? You wanted one and roll. Where's it gone? Sorry, everyone, 1 second. There it is. Okay, one and roll. I'm going to have to write down what you're keeping because obviously I don't have the dice to keep. So now you want 5 dice. Every time I choose how many dice it gives you, and that is what it's giving you. What are you saying, gang? Randalisa said, how sad was I when I synchronized my last line in KCD2? I was really sad, actually. But it's kind of it's an interesting one. One and roll. I'm not ignoring you. It was a really interesting one because obviously there was like a last line when I knew I was doing the last line for my main game dialogue. And then there was a massive gap, and then there was all the DLC. And then the end of the DLC dialogue was like, strictly speaking, my last KCD2 line. But we'd already had the sort of slight finality of the main game. And obviously we had the finality of the first game years ago. And so it takes the edge off a little bit. And also because there's like various marketing materials and things that, you know, I was there last week, as I said, for reasons that I'll explain probably next week. But I was there doing something else. So you know you're not leaving, like, you know there'll be little bits to come, basically. So it was really sad because it's such a long job to work on. But like less sad than the last shot of a TV show or certainly the last night of a play. Because it's, you know, you're going to be going back and seeing those people in a way that you don't necessarily when you're working on other projects. Anyway, I'm not trying to throw you off your game here. One and roll. So now you have 4. It's quite technical. Oh, I know it's a bit out of focus, but I feel like it's probably better to be close and fuzzy. No worries, Randalisa. Thanks for the question. 1 and 1 and pass is very much the consensus. So that gives you 400, right? You got 400. Am I correct? Make sure I don't want any accusations of cheating today, chat. Are you all happy with your 400? You're happy with your 400. It's too early for the maths. That's Alison the Moth. What time is it where you are, Alison? It's like 2:45 here, and it's too early for the maths for me. Okay, so my turn, and I am going with, hang on. Oh, so I'm going to prove to you that I'm an honest man, because I think so. You hit the roll dice button and it does it, and I think I hit it, but I couldn't quite tell, and it had 3 1s, but I wasn't sure, so then I just did it again. So that's actually what I've got, which is obviously rubbish. It's not quite bust, but it might as well be. All right, I'll take my little 5 and I roll again. And I choose 5 dice this time. And that's what I've got. I'm going to take my 1 and keep going. So now I do 4. And I'm now going to... Sod it, I'll just take the 5 and keep going. Because this is like... no good. Oh, excellent. So now I've got 2 more 5s and a 1. So I've basically got 2, 3, 400, and I can go again, right? Correct me if I'm getting this wrong, right? Curva is right. Curva is right, Decor. I see you all shouting buzz, buzz, buzz. Well, it's not working, my friends. It's not rigged. I mean, it is tech, but... So now I start again. And that's what I've got. I'll take my 3 3s and I'll call it a day. So that's 300 for me. Plus my 400. So that's 700. So I'm halfway to winning nothing less than Mickey Mouse. It's not loaded. I know you're saying it's not loaded. My brilliant mod sent me this app, whatever thing is I'm using, this website. So if it's rigged, they rigged it. And thanks for rigging it. Mods if you did. Although technically I am playing against you also. The mods are with chat. So, all right, it's your turn. Here you go, gang. Ooh, that was very nearly something very interesting, but sadly it's not. Alexis says, which? Yes, you called. So one and roll for chat. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've given you too many dice. I have to change the number of dice each time, obviously. You have to ask for how many you want. So what are you going to do with that, gang? Yeah, 5 and roll. That sounds like a good idea to me. Bus, chat. Looks like this guy's staying where he is. Let's see. Okay. 400 for you. My turn again. I mean, you saw those dice spinning. What do you get for 600? You get 1,200, no? I promise you I'm not... I promise you I'm not cheating. You can burn the witch, and you can absolutely call me a witch, Alison, and I will take that as a compliment. But I am not cheating. So I get 1,300, no? 1,300. 1,300, you witch, says Riveting Rogue. Thank you. Great. So that means I've got 2,000, which means I have won the prize of Mickey Mouse. He's all mine. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that. Now that I've got the rhythm of this way of doing things, I do miss my real dice. I miss my Alexis dice, my magic demon dice. Whoa! Thank you, Polar Pandy. That is super kind and very much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. What a noble loser Polar Pandy is. Thank you for that. Subs for getting my luck back. Thank you. Well, let's hope. What was that? Someone says. Oh, Bindi says they didn't want Mickey, so they're okay with this. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, after 4 days in Disneyland, I didn't really want Mickey either, but I'll take the win. I was very into Mickey Mouse before I went. Now I could take or leave any sort of talking, walking mouse. If you catch my drift. Had a very nice time. Was ready to come home. That's all I'll say. So, is anyone here? So I was saying earlier in the stream, I was amazed how many people at Disneyland came and said hello and that they knew and liked the game. Is anyone in chat who was there? Are any of those people here? A lot of them were staff, actually, so those poor people are still there manning rides and stuff. A big French contingent, unsurprisingly, because that's where I was. But no, seemingly not. Seemingly not. Feed Evil is saying, did I play the game yet? I didn't play the game yet because we're having DLC download issues. So various tech issues today meant that the game itself hadn't downloaded because they were using a different console here, which I didn't know about. So that, like, no drama, we're getting it fixed. So that's happening, and we're playing Farkle in the meantime. I think probably about we're on like. Well, I can show you. You can tell me. Why don't we have a little chat? I mean, you're much more tech savvy than I am. It's saying 70 gigs out of 91, and it's been going for about half an hour. Why don't we have a little poll on that? How long do you reckon, gang? Throw in your guesstimates of how long that's going to take to complete. Some of you are saying something about Luke took a picture of a giraffe for me or something. So that's lovely. I need to check in with him on that. He's on a totally different time zone. But that's lovely if he did. Love a giraffe. So most people... Kinney's saying 4 hours. I hope that's a joke, Kinney. Most people are saying 20 or 30 minutes. Okay. Depends on the internet connection. It's pretty good here, actually. Olive's saying 8 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm really enjoying the specificity of that. Desmoy's saying 3 days. Okay, Kinney, thank you. I hope that was a joke. Stormblessed is saying 8 minutes. I'm going with that lower end. What is the download rate? I have no idea. I don't know how to find that out. Exactly 3 games of Farkle left, says Jimmy. Cool. Let's do that then. What I will do is 45 business days, says Simon Foster. Why don't you just throw a couple of questions at me, and then I'll do another game of Farkle, because I quite enjoyed the Farkle Q&A mashup. Have I played KCD? No. I've played tiny bits, but no. I'm sort of saving it for. Well, if I'm still enjoying streaming, which I'm absolutely assuming that I will be, when I finally get to the end of this playthrough, which is obviously going to take a long time, but I don't mind at all. I hope you don't mind either, but I'm really taking my time with KCD2. I will never get to play this game for the first time ever again. So I'm sort of really keen to explore all the corners and take my time with it. So it will take a while, but there is a very good chance that when I get to the end, I'll do KCD properly and I'll do it with all of you, because the original idea with all of this was, how am I going to do my first KCD2 playthrough? And as you all know, I eventually decided to do it this way, and I'm really, really glad I did. For a long time, I was like, is it going to be really exposing because my gaming skills are so wanting? Do I want to just do it privately for myself? But actually, this has ended up being the perfect way, because you can help me, as you know. You do help me. And it just feels like more collaborative. I know a lot of people that I've met at cons come up with their partner or their daughter or son or their mother or father or brother or sister, friends, whoever it might be, and they play together. And often one person will do the playing and the other one will do the watching. Sometimes they'll share it. Sometimes they'll do it in groups. There was a big family in Calgary in Canada that came up, and the grandma was the player, which I loved. And 3 generations would watch her play. But that's how I decided to do it. And I'm really, really glad that I did. So I think that's how I will do it, KCD. But we'll find out when we get there. Mikitsuni watched The Suspect last night. Thank you for watching that. And did I like working with Aidan Turner? Very much. He's a brilliant actor and an excellent man, and was a total pleasure to work with. There were loads of questions, and they've all shut off now. Give me one sec. Stripe Sentry is giving me a joke, which I'm enjoying. What do you call a silent sheep? A sheep. Obviously, you all know the answer because you can read it. But I'm enjoying that kind of content. Let me go back to this so that you're not just looking at a download screen. Yeah, I think your guess of 15 minutes is about right, actually, because it's now at 73, 74 gigs. Thank you, Papginge. Nice to see you. That's a new name. I didn't know that. Alison the Moth says, so I did a show called Hatfields and McCoys, which is a very famous sort of, I want to say folk story in America, but it's not a folk story because they were real people. But it's one of those stories that has become apocryphal because no one's quite sure if it actually happened or if it's real people. It did happen. It was real people. So it's not apocryphal, in fact. But it's sort of become part of folklore over there. And Alison says that their great-great-great-grandpa was Devil Anse Hatfield, who was one of the famous Hatfields. So that's an amazing thing. That was a really fun Western that I did with... Kevin Costner was the patriarch of the Hatfields, and Bill Paxton, I've mentioned before, was the patriarch of the McCoys, and I was the eldest son of the McCoys, and it was it was a Western, and it was super fun, because when do you ever get to do a Western as a British actor? Not very often is the answer. I like that one, Fletcher. What keeps me motivated when things are tough? The fact that I know that things will always get better. There's a brilliant line, sorry to be a wanker, but I'm going to do it. There's a brilliant line in King Lear, which is to do with Fortune's wheel and how it's always turning, and how if you're at the top, you better enjoy it because it's going to keep turning and eventually you'll be down the bottom again, but don't worry because you'll get back round to the top again, and it's just like a merry-go-round, and that keeps me going. I'm reasonably good with taking knocks because you kind of have to be as an actor. Thank you very much, Oxenans. Nice to see you. That's super kind. You do have to be quite thick-skinned as an actor. You will get infinitely more no's than you will get yeses. Always, you just will. And it's annoying and frustrating, and you put a lot of effort in, as we all do in our jobs. But you will probably still get told no anyway, and that you have to develop quite a thick skin to deal with that. So that's my answer, Fletcher. I sort of go, and I hope you can all find a way to do that. That if things are shit, just know that they will get better because that wheel is going to keep turning. And if they're really good, make sure you enjoy the moment. And I have to be a bit better at this. I'm actually quite good at the lulls. I'm quite good at the tough bits. I'm quite good at like keeping myself going and being determined. I'm less good at like enjoying the moment when it's good, because I am a bit like, oh god, we're going to go down again. But you're like, no, well, just allow yourself to enjoy it. So that's how. Luke Dale's Left Toe said, a bad day is just a bad day. And that is essentially it. Neo Siderada said, applying for jobs sucks in general. It really does. And it's such a weird market. I've got so many friends at the minute in all sorts of industries that are having a tough time work-wise. And it does just feel like a sort of crazy time. So for those of you that are looking for work, or, you know, whatever you're going through, try and hang on to that like it will get better. This does feel like a weird blip. So whatever your challenges are, stick with it and know that it will get better. Interesting. Invictus says the ADHD brain prefers stressful periods. Yeah, probably. I mean, I have no idea if I actually do have ADHD, but I mean, the signs are there, right? But I do like a challenge, weirdly. Fujimomo just started their new job. Congratulations. Why do I drink on a double stack cup? Great question, Desmo. I don't know. It was put in my hand earlier. So I just took it and ran with it. There's literally no logic. Invictus says, do I enjoy the spooky season? Yeah, I do, actually. I do. I love autumn, and I do like sort of Halloween season. All right. Let's play a bit more Farkle, and then we'll do a little download check-in. I'm going to go first. One sec. What are we playing for? What do you want to play for? Someone says, is this Red Bull sponsorship? It's not. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull, but they're just hosting me. So there's no like sponsorship. They just said you can use our stream room, which of course means letting you know where I am, which I'm very grateful to them for that. So, but it's not really a sponsorship per se. It's just they're just letting me use their room. Let's play for Honor. Do you want to play for Honor? Greetings from China. Hello, first time chatter, Bobby. Nice to see you. Hello in China. What do you want to play for, gang? Throw in some ideas. You can't play for Chris because if I lose him, this whole thing will go down. Could play for Malashov. I like that idea. We could play for the Forge, Armour, the Pen. For Ignatius. Alishao says, let's play for Ignatius. And I like that idea. Thank you, AMC Cosplay. Thank you very much indeed, Lady Noxia. Super kind. Should we play for Ignatius? I like that one a lot. And I also like that there's a new chatter here. So let's welcome the new people in. You're in very safe hands here. You're in a lovely crowd of people. By hands, I don't mean mine. I mean the hands of chat, because it's a really gorgeous group of people. So welcome. I think Baba something your name was who suggested that. Shout your name out again. Say me if it was you. Chat is too busy saying bah for me to. Oh, well done, chat. You do keep me amused. I love it. All right, we're playing for Ignatius. Let's up the stakes a bit. Ignatius has value more than Mickey Mouse, dare I say. Sorry for like bashing this mic. Sorry if that's banging your ears. Should we give it 3,000? Ignatius for 3,000. Thank you, Pine Tree, very much indeed. Super kind. Yaku says your job is making Tom laugh. Yes, it is. Feed Evil says who voiced Ignatius. I think I do. I know this. James Beaumont, I think. Another brilliant actor, just like Jim that I was chatting about earlier. Great actor, super versatile, plays like a million roles as all of the guys do, and does them all brilliantly. He's super talented. He plays one of George and Michael. I don't know which. He's very funny and very talented. And I think I'm right in saying he played. Oh, Miss Mary said James said it was someone else. You know better than me. I don't know. It was Milton Welsh, says Riveting Rogue. Was it? I didn't know that. Forgive me. I thought it was James. It's always James or Alex, says Yahike. Well, kind of, yeah. But there's a core group of probably like 6 or 7, I'd say, of which they are very much a part. Okay, I'm going first. We're playing for 3,000, and that's what I'm working with. I'm taking 1-5. Oh no, I've got 3 4s. I'll take my 3 4s, which is 400, and my 2 5s, which is 500, and I'll call that a day. Hang on one sec. Okay. That's what you're working with. I'm keeping my 500, by the way, so that's you. 5 and roll. Okay. Oh, chat. Now, you'll know that I'm not cheating, because that's what you've got. I know it's really fuzzy, forgive me, but 4 5s is 1,000, right? So you've got 1,050. So I'm on 500. No, Killigan's saying I'm cheating. I'm not cheating because that was your roll. So if I was cheating, I'm cheating really badly. You've got your 4 5s, 1,050 Hank Pay in your pocket. Thank you, Fletcher. Thank you, Jelly Belly. Thank you, Joshi. So you, my friends, are on 1,050, and it's my turn. And that's what I've got. I'll take the 2. No, I'll take one of the ones. I'll take 1-1, and I'm gonna. I see you shouting bust, you fuckers. I'll take the other one, and I'll keep going. And that's 4 dice. I'll take that one, and I'll just keep going, because that's how I roll. So now I'm down to 3 dice. And I see you shouting bust, bust, bust. And there's a very good... No, I was going to say there's a very good chance you'll be right, but not on this occasion. So I'll take those 2. And I'll pocket my 400, and that gives me 900. And it's over to you. I'm still behind. All right, gang. Over to you. That's what you've got. One and roll, fine. 1 second, just writing your one down. Ooh, I saw the bottom 2 first, and I was like, oh, that's very interesting, but got less interesting at the top. An allotrope says Ignatius isn't safe in my hands. Why not? 1 and roll. Okay. Sorry, 1 sec. Ooh. What do you want to do? You've got 2 1s in your pocket. Tom, you let Ignatius die. Listen, that was early in my playthrough. I didn't know what was going. Tom McKay Puttymouth. Did I swear? Forgive me if I did. You want the 1s and pass. A couple of you want 1 and roll, but that's a bit bold. So you got your 400s, so now you're on 1,450. So you're just shy of being halfway to winning the dreamboat that is Ignatius. Okay, over to me. Ooh. I'm gonna. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't been looking out for the straights actually. What do you get for that again? That's 500. 500. I'm going to take the 500. So I'm on 1,400. Annoyingly, I'm a roll ahead of you, and Luke Dow's left toe says, "Oh yeah, thank you." Do you know what? I'm going to be noble. So it's co-cash tells me that I could get 550 because I have an additional 5, and then I could roll again. But in fairness, I didn't spot that myself, and I don't think it's fair for me to use chat. As kind as that was, it's co-cash. I really appreciate it. I don't think it's fair for me to... That is cheating because you told me and then I could go again. But I only spotted the straight, which was 500. So that's what I'm taking and I'm walking. And I'm proving to you that I don't cheat. All right, your turn. Here we go. What do you want out of those? There's not much happening there, is there? 5 and roll. Okay. You're rolling for Ignatius. Purple Pen Case is asking what you're rolling for. 5 and roll. Okay. Now you're down to 4. One and roll. Yeah. Okay. So you're now on 2. That's bold, but I like a bit of bold play. I just think that's the best way to do it. What about now? 1 and pass. It's got to be, hasn't it? So you got 300. So you're on 1750. Little download update. We're 5 gigs away. So maximum 5 minutes, I would say, and then we have to make sure we can get in. God. Like, listen, my nerves can't handle it. I love streaming this game. I hate preparing to stream this game. The like tech build up is the most stressful part of my week, and the playthrough and the streaming part when I'm doing the playthrough, which is normally, is my most fun. So I have like the worst part of my week followed immediately by the best part of my week. So it's a bit of yin for your yang, but like I'll be so glad when I get my setup at home and it's just there and I can just go on and know that it's all there and I can get on. Rivington Rogue said, "Is anybody keeping score?" I'm keeping score. Do you not trust me? But because I've been bouncing around so much and people have been very helpfully hosting me, it's just annoying. There's always something, but there won't be something once I get home. And yes, Blue Pup, I hopefully will be a real streamer by then. Pro streamer. All right.